Quick update. Never repair your PS5 controller. You need to stop repairing your PS5 controller right now. You want to switch from your PS5 to your PC, and suddenly you're wrestling with USB cables and a maze of Bluetooth menus. It's a ridiculous flow-destroying ritual. But what if I told you Sony is about to fix this forever? A new update lets you instantly switch your controller between your PS5, PC, and phone with a single button press. I'm going to show you how to set it up in less than a minute. With a new system software update, Sony is introducing multi-device pairing for both the DualSense and DualSense Edge controllers. This isn't just a minor tweak, it's a complete quality of life game changer. Your controller can now be paired with up to 4 devices at once, like your PS5, PC, Mac, and phone. You assign each device to a slot, and switching between them becomes as simple as pressing a button. Here's how it works. First, to pair a new device, make sure your controller is off. Then pick an action button, let's say triangle for your PC. Press and hold the PS button and the triangle button together for 5 seconds. The light bar will flash, putting it in pairing mode for that slot. Now just open your PC's Bluetooth settings and connect to the DualSense. That's it. Your PC is now locked to triangle. You can repeat this for up to 3 more devices using the other action buttons. To switch between your paired devices, just press and hold the PS button and the device's assigned action button for 3 seconds. The controller will blink and instantly connect. No more menus, no more cables. If this tip is saving you a headache, hit that subscribe button for more guides just like this. This is more than a time saver, it makes multi-platform gaming seamless. You can jump from a PS5 exclusive to a PC shooter and then to your phone for remote play without friction. It gives the DualSense that AirPods-like magic, where it just switches effortlessly. It's a huge win that removes a frustrating barrier for gamers. Now for the fine print. As of late July 2025, this feature is part of a PlayStation 5 system software beta for invited participants in select countries. But don't worry, Sony plans to release this update globally in the coming months, so if you don't have it yet, you will soon. And like with any beta, it's possible some small details could change before the final public release. So there you have it. The era of endlessly repairing your DualSense is officially over. Sony listened to a major headache from the community and delivered an elegant solution that makes an amazing controller even better. 1 controller, 4 devices, 1 button press. If this trick is a game changer for your setup, smash that like button and share this video with a friend. What devices are you pairing with your controller? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe for more PS5 tips you won't want to miss. Why the PS5 Slim is still worth the play in 2025? With the PS5 Pro being all anyone can talk about in 2025, you'd be forgiven for thinking the PS5 Slim is yesterday's news. All the headlines are buzzing about teraflops and AI-powered graphics that promise a gaming experience we've only dreamed of. It's a monster, it's brand new, and yeah, it's completely hogging the spotlight. But what if the smartest console purchase of the year isn't the most powerful one? What if the real value isn't in the biggest box with the biggest price tag? Today we're making a case for the underdog. We're going to break down why, for new buyers, casual players, and frankly anyone who likes to keep an eye on their wallet, the PS5 Slim's mix of price and power makes it the real champion of value this year. So let's cut through the noise and talk about what really matters. Look, before we start singing the Slim's praises, let's give the Pro its due. It is an absolute beast of a machine. This is the console that hardcore enthusiasts and spec-obsessed gamers have been waiting for. Sony clearly went all out, packing it with some serious firepower to push gaming to its absolute limit. And the specs are impressive. Leaks and reports point to the Pro boasting a GPU with around 16.7 to 33.5 teraflops of power, a massive leap from the Slim's very capable 10.28 teraflops. That raw power reportedly translates to a 45% faster rendering capability. Then you have the main event, PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR. This is Sony's own AI upscaling tech, similar to DLSS on PC, built to push games to a super sharp 4K resolution while keeping frame rates buttery smooth. For gamers with high-end TVs, this means visuals that are clearer and more fluid than ever. The Pro also comes with a roomy 2TB SSD, which is double the Slim's storage, and a welcome upgrade for anyone who's sick of playing inventory Tetris with their game library. This power shines in games labeled PS5 Pro Enhanced. Titles like Alan Wake 2, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and Assassin's Creed Shadows get special treatment to take advantage of this new hardware. You'll see things like more advanced ray tracing for hyper-realistic lighting, higher resolutions, and smoother performance, sometimes even hitting 120 frames per second. It's a machine designed for the future and for getting every last drop of performance out of a 4K or 8K display. So with all that firepower on the table, why would anyone even glance at the PS5 Slim? The answer, as it turns out, is pretty simple. While the Pro obsesses over raw power, the PS5 Slim's genius is in its design. This isn't just about shrinking the original PS5, it's about making a console that's more practical for a modern living room. The most obvious win is the size. The launch PS5 was famously an absolute unit. It was a towering piece of architecture that demanded its own zip code on your shelf. The PS5 Slim is about 30% smaller by volume and noticeably lighter, and that makes a real-world difference. It can slide into entertainment centers where the original couldn't. It looks way more discreet next to your TV, and it's much easier to move around. Beyond just its size, the Slim introduced a really clever modular design, especially with its detachable disk drive. This was a brilliant move by Sony. If you're a digital-only gamer, you can grab the cheaper, sleeker model, but still have the option to add the disk drive later if you change your mind. This kind of flexibility respects that people's habits and budgets change, something the all-or-nothing approach lacks. The internal design is more accessible too. The new 4-panel plate design is easier to pop off, giving you quick access to the fan for cleaning or the NVMe slot for a storage upgrade. It shows Sony was thinking about the long-term ownership experience. The Slim is just a more convenient, adaptable, and practical console for the average home. It's a piece of hardware that fits into your life, not the other way around. For a lot of people, that practical elegance is way more valuable than a few extra teraflops they might not even use. Alright, this is the big one. With the Pro flexing all its enhanced muscles, is the gameplay on the Slim a watered-down, second-rate experience? The answer? A big, fat no. The PS5 Slim has the exact same internal guts as the original launch PS5, which means it delivers the exact same next-gen experience that people have been raving about for years. Both the Slim and the Pro play the exact same library of games. Every single PS5 title, from the launch games to the latest 2025 blockbusters, runs beautifully on the PS5 Slim. You're still getting 4K gaming, vibrant HDR color, and frame rates up to 120 FPS on TVs that support it. You still get the incredible DualSense controller with its amazing haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. The super-fast SSD is still there, delivering near instant load times, and you have access to the exact same PlayStation Plus library. So what about those PS5 Pro enhanced games? The key thing to remember is that while the boosts on the Pro are real, they are often incremental and best appreciated on very high-end displays. We're talking about more stable frame rates in heavy action scenes, slightly sharper reflections or resolutions that are hard to tell apart without a side-by-side comparison. If you're playing on a standard 1080p TV or a 4K TV without all the latest bells and whistles, the Pro's advantages start to fade. Plus, not every game is Pro enhanced. As of mid-2025, there's a solid list of supported titles, but the vast majority of the PS5's incredible library will play almost identically on both consoles. The core artistic vision, the gameplay, the story, everything that actually makes a game great is perfectly preserved on the PS5 Slim. You aren't getting a lesser experience, you're getting the full-fat PlayStation 5 experience, just without the premium price for features you might not have the gear to see anyway. The PS5 Slim isn't just the cheaper console, it's the smarter choice for a huge number of gamers. So who is the Slim really for in 2025? First up, the new buyer. If you're just now jumping into the PlayStation 5 generation, the Slim is the perfect on-ramp. You get access to an amazing library of games built up over years, from God of War Ragnarok to Spider-Man 2 for a much lower price. You're not playing catch-up. You're walking into a mature platform with a mountain of incredible experiences waiting for you, and the Slim is the most cost-effective way to get started. Then you've got the casual gamer. This is someone who loves games but doesn't obsess over spec sheets. They play for a few hours a week to unwind and get lost in a great story. For this player, the PS5 Slim is more than powerful enough. They want to experience these gorgeous worlds and have fun, not worry about whether their ray tracing is maxed out or if their frame rate dipped for half a second. The Slim delivers a premium, hassle-free experience that will blow away anyone coming from an older console without the cost or complexity of the Pro. And of course, there's the premium, budget-conscious gamer. Let's be real, gaming is an expensive hobby in 2025. The price gap between the Slim and the Pro is significant. We're talking a difference of $100 or more depending on the model. That's not just a small saving. That's the price of a couple of brand new games, a year of PlayStation Plus, or a new headset. For this gamer, the value is impossible to argue with. The PS5 Slim offers nearly all of the magic for way less cash. It's a strategic buy that lets you spend more of your budget on what actually matters. The games. So where do you land on all this? Are you chasing the absolute peak performance of the PS5 Pro, or does the incredible value of the PS5 Slim make more sense for you? I really want to know what you think, so drop a comment below and tell me which console you're picking in 2025 and why. And hey, if this helped you out, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of gaming. So is the PS5 Slim dead in the water now that the Pro is here? Not even close. While the PS5 Pro rightfully gets the attention of enthusiasts who demand the absolute best and have the money to spend, the PS5 Slim has carved out its own vital place in the gaming world. It's not a compromise, it's a smart, strategic choice. For new buyers, it's the most affordable and sensible entry point into one of the best game libraries ever. For casual gamers, it delivers breathtaking next-gen fun without the extra cost for features they might never even notice. And for anyone watching their budget, it offers unbeatable value, freeing up money to spend on what we're all here for anyway, the games. In 2025, the conversation shouldn't be about whether the Slim is still good enough. It's about recognizing that for the majority of people, the PS5 Slim isn't just a good option. It's flat out the smartest console you can buy this year.